Time to bring in Mike Cozzi and get a check on sports. Good morning, Mike.
What? No music?
I've got music, but I not to start off. But I've got music to play concerning baseball. Yes, I do. I do have music. I was going to play Houston again because it's just 3 days late. But you know what I wanted to talk about? Talking about the Houston Astros. You know how you basically are a man without a team, basically, and you
people don't realize that. They think I'm a Met fan.
No. Mike's a man without a team. He likes to look at teams, and there's teams there's teams he doesn't like, but he's not really a big like homer baseball fan. He likes to see good baseball. That's all.
Yep.
Plain and simple. So yesterday on the internet, a bunch of people posted lots of different memes. Okay, and most of them I found funny, except the ones that came from Red Sox fans, because of course the Red Sox finished the 19 games out and stuff.
That's just animosity there.
Yeah, that's just animosity there. So there's Yankee hater memes which were fine and everything like that. So at the middle of the day, I decided to post a meme. I don't know if you saw what I posted.
I may have. I don't know.
Go to my page and you'll see. It was a picture. It was a picture that denigrated the Red Sox. Okay, and I said, I'm tired of Red Sox fans. Coming out of the closet now. They finished 19 games out of first. They didn't make the playoffs. They lost 14. The Yankees won 14 out of 19 games. So you just had a bad year. So just shut up and revel in the fact that you've won the World Series a bunch of times. Well, Mike, you would have thought I posted the most horrible thing in the world up there. I have been lambasted.
Well, you got to look, like you said, I'm impartial, so you got to look at it that way, because the Yankee fans kept throwing the 25 rings, 26 rings, you won nothing since 1910, and now the Red Sox won 3 or 4 World Series since 2000, and the Yankees only have one. So, you got to take it. They're both wrong, but you got to take it, because the Yankee fans have been dishing it out like that forever. So it's kind of like they just flipped the record on the turntable.
So you would have thought that I criticized Mother Teresa.
Well, I know it's the same thing with Yankee fans when you say, Judge is overrated. They go berserk because, in my opinion, Judge is overrated. I mean, he had a tremendous rookie season, but he hasn't been able to duplicate it because he has a lot of holes. Is he a good ball player? Yeah, but he's not Willie Mays. And, you can go right down the list of things. And when you say things like that, Yankee fans get offended by it. Like, how could you say something like that? Well, I could say it because I don't have sunglasses on looking at it. I see it for what it is. When you see Sanchez behind the plate, well, now Yankee fans are finally starting to realize what we've been saying for 4 years. He can't catch. And the catcher that can't catch is useless. And, when you say things like that about the Yankees, they get highly offended by it. So it's kind of like a two-way street.
So now we're on to the World Series, and I think that this has potential to be a really good World Series simply because there's so much good pitching in it.
Yeah, I was looking online yesterday, and they were saying how the Astros are the biggest favorite in the World Series since, 2001 or something. So I don't know. I don't exactly remember the team that it was, but they're the biggest favorite in the World Series for a long time. I don't see it.
Yeah, neither do I.
Should they be favored? Yeah, yep. But they're not hitting. And Washington's pitching, starting pitching anyway, is tons better than the Yankees. And is their bullpen suspect? Yeah, but you might not get to the bullpen that long. If these guys pitch the way they can and the Astros lineup doesn't wake up, it's going to be a lot of low-scoring games that can go either way, because when you have low-scoring games, one big swing of the bat, as you saw in the Yankee series, determines the outcome of the game. The Yankees won Game 5 because Hicks hit a 3-run homer. The Astros won Game 6 because of the 2 home runs. So, and that's one swing of the bat. That's one bad pitch. That's one bad pitch out of 140 pitches in a game for a team. That's hard to swallow, and it can happen in the Washington series. So everybody's saying, the World Series is over and everything. Well, if it was the Dodgers or any of the other National League teams, I'd say, yeah, it's done. I mean, they might win a game. But with Washington, I can't say that because their pitching is that good.
All right, and here's my music. This is my pick to win the World
Hail
Series.
to the Chiefs. Oh, that's just sour grapes.
No. I think I said all along, and I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to pick the Washington to win the World Series. One, because I think I was a kid when a team from Washington. Well, like I might have been 5 years old when a kid from Washington when Washington last won. Oh, I think it was in the World
But here's
Series.
the thing, with Washington, there's two guys that can beat you, Soto and Rendon.
Yeah.
They're going to get pitches that they're going to have to chase because the philosophy of Houston pitching is real pitching philosophy. They're not going to let those two guys beat them. So Washington's offense is going to be minimum at best. I'm telling you, they have a chance, but I don't think they're going to win. I just said that I don't think Houston should be favored that much. But I can tell you right now, the Astros aren't going to get beat by Rendon or Soto. Somebody else is going to have to do it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's it. That's what I look at. I just think
that's sour grapes. That's just like you're picking against the Cowboys. That's all that is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I was one of the first people to post that Altuve is the reason.
The most amazing baseball player I've ever seen.
He's the Willie Mays of this team. You know
what though?
He leads and they follow.
5'4".
Yeah, I know.
I mean, all these other players, when you talk about Mays and Griffey and Mantle and all the greats of all time, they were imposing figures. This guy could be a jockey, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. But this is a guy that he makes every defensive play. He hits home runs, and don't forget, he's the guy that got caught between home and first 2 times when the Yankees blew that 2 times. He got himself stuck in a rundown where the runner on first gets to third and the batter goes from home to second. He not only is he a tremendous player, he's a smart player, and you don't see that in baseball too much. And let me tell you, Altuve, my opinion, he might be the greatest ball player I've ever seen.
I can tell you right now, he is the most impactful player right now.
100%.
In the major leagues. There's no other player that has the impact that he has. Plain and simple.
He can beat you in every way.
He can
on
beat
the bases, with his arm, with his glove, with his bat. You can't say that about anybody else in professional baseball right now. Not even Mike Trout.
I believe he can beat you sitting on the bench.
You know why? Because he might tell somebody something that's going to make them better.
That's
I agree.
Exactly right.
He's the best all-around baseball player for everything that I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's what I'll have to say about Houston. I mean, he is the straw that stirs the drink.
And you got to remember, he was there when they were losing 100 games a year.
Yeah, but still,
and he could have packed his bag and went somewhere else because he was always near the tops in batting average for the American League. He stayed there, and he's reaping the benefits now, and I'm real happy for him. And you know what? He's a good person too.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I just think that they had trouble. That they struggled a little bit with the Yankee pitching, and I think it's going to be a good.
Their bats are cold. I've been saying that.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a good series. I just think it's going to be a good series.
Look at Alvarez. He's probably going to get Rookie of the Year. I think he was 1 for 25.
Yeah. So
that's when you got not only Alvarez, but you got him and you got Bregman, who didn't produce at all, and you still win. That's a sign of a good team.
Yeah. So and Washington's a hot team. So
they are. I can't argue that. I can't. But they just don't impress me. Besides the pitching, they don't impress me. But like I said, they can win.
It should be a good series. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Okay.
One more thing about Altuve.
Yeah.
Can you think of anyone else in Major League Baseball that would have been as humble as him rounding the bases for just winning the series?
Nowadays, no. Years ago, yes. But nowadays,
years ago,
no.
yeah, because everybody was
nowadays,
a professional.
No.
Him, you would have thought he just hit a home run in spring training until he got near home plate.
Yeah. Well, no, he had a big smile on his face. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. He didn't do a horrible bat flip or anything like that.
He didn't do the bat flip. He didn't do the cha-cha around the bases. He didn't have his arms in the air waving. He just ran around the bases.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so all right. So that's it for baseball for now. But then we pick it up again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night, Game 1, 8 o'clock.
All right. So that's the World Series. Okay. Let's go on to football here for a second. Oof. How did we do this weekend?
Not bad. I went 3-0. You went 2-1. You had the 49ers, Buffalo, and Chicago. Chicago got beat. I had San Francisco, Buffalo, and Green Bay, and all three of them won. And Aaron Rodgers had a perfect game as a quarterback. He had the highest quarterback rating you can get in football yesterday.
Now, did you happen to see the end of the Chargers game?
I was doing some schoolwork, but I had it on Red Zone, so I saw some of it.
First and goal at the 1-yard line with 28 seconds left. They don't score, and they lose the game.
Yeah, I saw that. They were in, they weren't in, they got a little penalty against them, then they fumbled as they were going over the goal line and lost the ball. That's the Chargers are losers, period. They if any team can find a way to lose, they can do it, and that's the Chargers for you.
The big bad Bears were just, if you looked at the final score, you would have thought it was a game because they got 2 late touchdowns on where the Saints just didn't care. The Saints totally dominated that game on offense and defense.
But going back to the Charger game, at worst, that game should have been a tie.
Yeah,
going into overtime. At the absolute worst.
Now,
and they find ways to lose. But I'll tell you what, the Saints, like you said, the score wasn't indicative of the dominance of the game. The Saints are playing they're playing well.
Now, once again, the New York Giants head coach. Now, I'm not saying the Giants are a good team. They're not even a good team, but they're a young team, and they've got, once again, scratch your head. It is 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're down by 6, and it's second down and 15, and you're on your 35-yard line. He tries a draw play. It's shut down. Now there's a little under 8 minutes. There's like 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. He goes for it on 4th and 15. He goes for it on 4th and 15, and of course they don't make it. Now,
did he come out and say he didn't realize what down it was? Maybe
no. This is the second game in a row he's done this. Now I know you're a young team, and I know this season you're not going to the Super Bowl, and I know, but for gosh sakes, give these guys a chance to win.
Well, there's no expectations for the Giants this year. I agree 100%. But their division stinks.
Yes, so punt the ball away. Punt the ball away and see if your the defense can hold, because they did outside of giving away once again 17 points in the first quarter. They gave up 9 points the rest of the game. Give your defense a chance. You were 6 points behind.
Yeah, I was just going to say, while I was home yesterday, I saw that they were getting blown out early, 14-0. And to see that they were that close at the end of the game, that's progress. But I didn't see the part with the draw and the fourth down. But there's no way you do that.
No, come on. Yes, yes, you've got low expectations. Yes, you're not going to go to the Super Bowl. But you know what? They were back in the game.
Your division stinks. Yeah. I mean, you're a game out of second place. So, or is it a game? Yeah, a game. So why not?
It was just and I don't normally.
Cowboys are erratic. Anything could happen.
But
so
you know me. I don't normally blame the coaches, and I'm not blaming them for the loss. But when a coach makes a stupid decision 2 weeks in a row on a fourth and long, after he really called a bad play the play before that, give it up. Give it up.
I don't blame him for the loss, but you can't say he helped them try to win the game.
That's exactly right. That's the whole thing. Well, anyways, it was a wild day in the NFL yesterday. It really was, with a lot of bizarre finishes and a lot of bizarre things. Mm-hmm. And tonight, what is it?
Tonight, I already got you penciled in, unless you're drunk.
It's
New England and the Jets.
Yeah, so I've got New England.
You can't take the Jets.
No, you can't. Oh, gosh. All right. Anything else in sports?
No, I think we covered everything that's big.
All right. Well, I'll check with you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
Take care, Mike. Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning here on The Breakfast Club.